For Southern Elevator Company, we're experts at modernizing elevators and servicing and repairing them. We're not experts on elevator phones. And there's always been a gap between who owns what when it comes to elevator emergency phones. Is it the building owner? Is it the elevator service provider? As an independent, for us, we've always dealt with that on a case-by-case basis. But with this new code requirement, with the technology that was going to be required, the monitoring that was going to be required, we were not set up from an infrastructure perspective to be able to handle that. And there weren't options that we could find readily available that were going to be able to solve that for us. So we therefore had to search for an industry expert to help. But with the new code requirements for the ability to have video feeds recognized and text messaging, that from an infrastructure perspective wasn't possible as an independent elevator service provider, but more so not what we specialize in either. So that wasn't an avenue that we even considered. Well, Kings 3, from past history, being the subject matter expert, was logical for us to be able to turn to help, number one, understand what the new code requirement was going to be, and number two, have a partner that was going to be competent in being able to handle that on behalf of our customers. As an independent elevator company, our resources are limited. We run a very lean management team, administrative team, et cetera. So from my perspective, when we talked about partnering with Kings 3 for services, the normal worries are we going to be able to make this work? Is there going to be established trust? How are we going to get through issues that are going to happen as the normal course of being a partner? And more so, how much of is this going to cause hardship on our end? We just don't have the resources to be able to partner with and then have to help that partner with their part of things. But from the day one and prior, actually, Kings 3 established what the plans were going to be. They self-initiated communication and knowledge transfer, and they were transparent. So the fact that they allowed for us to become comfortable in what the process was going to be immediately helped solidify our relationship together.
Kings 3 came through as a partner to help us understand the code, along with do some training with some of my other teammates so that they would understand the code as well. So we had multiple training sessions to discuss the code and what the requirements would be. Working with the Kings 3 team has been good. Anytime we've needed help, they've been there. Anytime we've requested information to share with the other teammates, they've been there. There's a trust. If we need help, we know that Kings 3 will be there to work with us.
On the independent elevator side, it's all about education because you have customers coming over from the large international companies that have been told a certain thing, led a certain way, and treated a certain way. And the only way for an independent elevator company to be successful, our niche has got to be customer service. But more than that, it's also educating. What should you be expecting from your service provider? It's not just the knowledge of the product, knowledge of the code, knowledge of the industry that makes our partnership work. It's the fact that when there are issues or when there's successes, we share them together transparently. The communication is instantaneous with Kings 3. When we reach out with a question via email or phone call, it's returned promptly. And that is an anomaly in any business at this point. Actually, the fact that you'll be acknowledged for what your need is, if it can't be automatically answered, the staff at Kings 3 gets back very, very quickly. And that gives us, again, helps with our trust level in the partnership.
The openness, the trust that we've created, we've started to build a strong relationship, and it's continuing to grow.
From a perspective of who else we could have turned to, it really wasn't a question. The folks at Kings 3 were transparent. They came to us and offered services versus us having to go seek them out. And their level of knowledge on the new code requirement far surpassed others we had spoken to in the past. And therefore, our confidence level was there from day one. Southern Elevator is an expert at what we do. Kings 3 is an expert at what they do. This is a partnership that's a no-brainer. So what I would tell me from a year ago would be, you should have moved sooner, because the results we've seen so far have been fantastic.